Hi there, my name is Stanley Steen from Team Deberoo, and in this video we are going to review EvaDav's push traffic. So let's dive in.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.
Alright, here we are on the homepage of EvaDav, and today we are going to review their Push Ads platform. So we're going to start out on the homepage, see if we can get some information on what kind of traffic they have, what other ad formats they have available, and what the volume is, and if they have any specific verticals that they work best with. And then we are going to log into their portal and basically create a push ads campaign and see what kind of options we have while we create the campaign. So a lot to talk about, so let's dive in, and we're currently on the home page, as you can see, of EvaDav, and let's take a look what we can find. Alright, so serving 2+ billion impressions per day, we offer a wide range of payment options, 24/7 client care and dedicated account managers. We strive to be the best in class, helping you and your business bloom. Alright, so here we have the ad format. So we have pop under, in-page, basically in-page push, right? The regular classic push, and native. Alright, so we're gonna focus today on the classic push, but maybe we'll find out if we can do a in-page push and classic push campaign together in one campaign. But we'll have to see. Let's see, benefits. Let's take it from the advertiser's point of view. Grow fast to scale your business, spend smartly, only pay for traffic that works. You get VIP treatment, and your money does too. Alright, cool, some numbers, our strong numbers, that's what I like. 975.4 million daily impressions, 37,000 publishers, 30,000.6 advertisers, and 2.2 million campaigns in the last month. Alright. Cool, looks all nice, looks all good. Let's go to the inside of EvaDav. Here we are, and we are going to create a new push campaign. So we're going to click on this plus button next to campaigns, and here we go. So first we want to give our campaign a name. Let's just call it Deberoo for now. Then we have the advertising format. So we have push notifications, pop under, and native. So we're going to go with push notifications, of course. And right here, it doesn't make the difference between classic push and in-page push yet. Alright, so that suggests me that I think it's going to be possible to create one campaign for push and in-page push, classic push and in-page push together. But we'll see. Pricing model, we have CPM and CPC available. So CPM, a cost per thousand, cost per mile, is the most regular way, and if you do not have a lot of experience in the affiliate marketing and the media buying world, I suggest you start with CPM. However, if you have more experience and you kind of know what you're doing bit-wise as well as the complete flow, and you've had a couple of good successful campaigns, then you might want to switch over to CPC, as it might be more profitable to you if you know what you're doing. So if you're a beginner, once again, definitely start out on CPM. Campaign group, alright, so you can group your campaigns together. Maybe if you have multiple campaigns for one offer, this might be useful. I don't have any campaigns, or I'm sorry, any campaign groups created yet in this account, so we don't have an option right here. But you can create your campaign group right here and then select it right here if you want to group multiple campaigns together, which is quite nice that they have that option. Might give a very good overview, right, of everything that's happening in that campaign group, and that way you can very well see all the campaign results that run the same offer, basically. So you get a good overview of what is this, how is this offer promoting, and is it going okay. Right here we have the target URL. So this is going to be your campaign URL, right? So campaignurl.com. Perfect. You can use these parameters as well if you like. Then we have the conversion postback URL, frequency capping per day. So how many times can one person see your ad during 24 hours? We're gonna push that back to 2. There we go. Push notification types, classic push or in-page push. So we can definitely mix and match our classic push and in-page push together in one campaign, which is nice that that option is there. Are we going to turn them both on? Sure, let's keep them both on. You might want to make the decision to start with one and scale to the other. All right, that could be an option as well. For this campaign, we're just going to turn them both on. Then we have the push notification itself, so the creative, right? So we have an icon of 192 by 192, 30 symbols for the title, and 45 for the description. Let's just start with the image. Let me open up Canva real quick so that I have the right dimensions for the image. 192 by 192. There we go. Let's just upload a random picture. There we go. Download this. And then we're going back in. Oh, we have a featured image as well. I just noticed that. Cool. Very nice. Alright, the icon is there. Then the title, let's just call it headline 1, since most likely you want to add multiple. Description 1. Perfect. So the main image is going to be 492 by 328. 492 by 328. Alright. So we'll get an image in here as well. Perfect. Download this. Cool. And let's drop that in there as well. All right. Now, what I always like to do with my push ads, since you want to make sure that the image is visible, and even visible when it's going to be a lot smaller, right? Because when the user receives a push notification, the images will get a lot smaller. So to make sure that your image is good enough and optimized and well visible, even when cropped down in a smaller format, you might want to preview the push notification. So let's do that. Can we? I don't know. Let's get rid of this. Please pay attention to the new credentials for the... Alright, nope, that's not related. We cannot preview the ad, which is unfortunate. User on target URL, nope, we don't need that. We did that right here. Yeah, so we cannot, apparently not preview our push notification, which is too bad. Because like I said, the images will get smaller than they appear right here. So we want to make sure that everything is still visible. Once it gets cropped down to a smaller size, all right? Because you might use a image that when it gets cropped down to a smaller size, it will be barely visible what's going on. And those kind of images, of course, will get less clicks. So it's quite important that we can preview our push notification. However, that doesn't seem to be an option as of right now, unfortunately. All right, let's just continue for now. So we have the countries and bid. So we can type in a specific country that we want to focus on, but we also have these options right here. So let's check what that does. Okay, so this will add the complete European Union. If we click on European Union, let's remove this for now. We can also do the complete tier 3, complete tier 2, or complete tier 1. Which is quite a lot, of course, quite a lot of countries. Most likely you will target one country, maybe 2 or 3 in some specific cases, but usually it's just one. All right. Let's see. Let's do one of these Scandinavian countries. Why not? Let's go to Finland today. All right. So we have Finland, and right here we can get a little bit of an overview of the amount of impressions at which bid. All right. So you'll see at the top we'll get barely any extra impressions. So this is 3 cents for 18,500 impressions. And for 84 cents, we have 20,500 impressions. So then I rather, definitely at the beginning of my campaign, stick with the 18,500 for 3 cents, then go all the way up to 84 cents for those 2K extra. All right. So the recommended bid, let's check it out, is 0.129. That's going to be right here somewhere. Yeah, so that's actually pretty high. That's around here. So I'm gonna sit more in this area. So that will be 3 cents. I'm gonna add a little bit, probably 3.6. All right, just to make sure that I'm slightly above this, right? So this is the nice point where you have a lot of impressions and still a pretty cheap CPM. And I'm going to be a little bit on top to outcompete my direct competitors. So we're going to sit around here, 3.6. 3.6. Let's actually make that 3.8 to also outcompete the people that go to 3.6. All right. Cool. Now we have the targeting on cities and regions. So, for example, we might say, what is a city in Finland? Malmo, right? Oh, Malmgrad. All right, sure. So now we include this specific city, or we can exclude this specific city. So depending on your data, right? So I would not do this from the start, especially if you don't have any data on your offer and on the specific geo. However, if you notice that Malmgrad is not performing well, that users that browse from that city do not convert, or there's something wrong, or it doesn't show any potential, then you might want to exclude it like I just did. However, if your campaign is a little bit further in the process and you find that there are just a couple of cities that are performing pretty well and the rest of it is not performing very well, then you might want to include this and automatically exclude all the other targeting options based on cities and regions, right? So we can do this on cities, but we can also do this on regions. Let's see if we can find something. No, I don't know. My geography in Finland is off a little bit, so I don't know any regions. But you can specify them right here, all right? We're gonna leave it open for now. Then we have the targeting. So first we have the device, desktop or mobile. We're gonna run mobile only for now. Subscription periods. So I guess this is how long the user has been subscribed, but let's check it out. You can choose a period when push subscribers were added to EvaDav database. Pay attention, new subscribers click on the push notification better than the old one, but they cost more due to higher competition. Makes sense, all right? So if you do 1, it will probably be the most expensive traffic, since these are the users that just subscribe to the database and are more likely to still respond to your push messages compared to a user that's been in the database for a while. He has received push notifications for a while, so will be a little bit more blind to it, all right? And thus the lower price for that traffic. We're just going to go with all for now. Then we have the operating system. So I like to keep this on all, definitely at the start as well. But if you have some more data, you might want to focus on a specific operating system. So we only have 3 operating systems, it seems like. So Windows, Mac, well, that makes sense. These are the desktop operating systems, so it makes sense. So we have Android, iOS, and Kai operating systems. Don't know that one. So we'll have to wait for the data to target on that. However, if you pick a specific operating system, you can also specify the version of the operating system that you want to target. We're going to keep it on all. Then we have the browser, same thing here. We can target on specific browsers, and we cannot target on specific browser versions, all right? So we're missing that feature. Not too important, but it might be helpful if you have specific browser versions that are not performing well or that are performing well. All right, let's keep it on all for now. Also, it seems like we can only include the specific operating systems and the specific browsers. So we cannot exclude, we can only include, which means that if you want to exclude Yandex, for example, you would have to include all the other ones. Not too much of work, but it might be easier to just say exclude Yandex, but that feature unfortunately doesn't seem to be here. All right. So we covered browser, then we have browser language. So since we're in Finland, we're most likely gonna target Finnish. All right, our ad's probably gonna be Finnish as well. Doesn't do anything with the impressions, so that's good. Connection type, we have mobile, carrier, or Wi-Fi/cable. I like to keep this on all at the start just as well and wait for the data to come in to maybe target on this. However, if we select mobile, we can also choose specific carriers that we want to include in our campaign. Okay, but we're going to remove that. Then we have the campaign schedule. So right here you can select which days and hours of the day you want to promote your campaign and on which ones you want to pause it. I always like to start out with 24/7 until I have plenty of data that tells me I can start targeting on specific days and or hours. All right. Next up, we have the start date and end date. So we can select a specific starting date of our campaign. And if you select a start date, if your campaign has been verified by that time, it will launch on the specific start date that you've set. And the same goes for the end date, of course. It will just end on your end date. End dates, I never use an end date because it's always going to depend on the data. Starting date might be useful for specific campaigns, but 9 out of 10 times when I create my campaign inside of EvaDav or any other traffic source, then I already got everything in order, so I don't have to wait to go live, right? So I can just go live ASAP. Let's do that. All right. Advertising limits. So the total budget in US dollars. So right here you can set your campaign budget, and right here we can set our daily budget as well. So let's say $100 a day. And we can also set a total click limit and a daily click limit. So is that going to be per user or is it going to be for the campaign? We'll continue 12 more hours of the campaign limits. Okay, so it seems like that it is for the complete campaign, right? So not for one user, how many times can they click? No, it's for the campaign. So when you reach the click limit, your campaign will go to pause. Next up, audiences. So we can whitelist or blacklist specific audiences. So make sure that you create your audience inside your platform first. And then as soon as you have created your audience, maybe based on a previous campaign inside of EvaDav, then you can whitelist or blacklist that specific audience right here. Then we have the automated rules. Launch an advertising campaign immediately after moderation. So if you turn this on, like it says, your campaign will get validated. And once it is verified, it will go live immediately. If you turn this box off, it will go to pause right after the verification. And it will wait for you to manually launch the campaign. All right, let's press create. Oh, we have to enter a URL. Let's enter Deberoo.com for now. And then press create. Perfect. So the ad has been made. And right here we can see the creative. And it's under moderation. So can we see, let's see, maybe if we can go in again, we can see the preview now. There we go, awesome. All right, so the preview does work now. This is what it will look like on Android, on Windows, and on Mac operating system. And as you can see right away, the icon that I use is way too small to see what's going on. And that's why you need that preview to see, hey, this image is not working, and you can tell already before you have any data because nobody can see this image. Nobody can see what's going on, so I might have to change my icon. Of course, this is a very bad example of an icon. It's just a random picture, but for some images you might think, oh, this will work, and you'll see the preview and you're like, never mind, I'm gonna use something else. This is not worth testing, this will not work, all right? So very nice that that preview does work. In the beginning it did not, which was kind of annoying, but once it's in moderation you can use the preview push notification, and thus you can still change your image if necessary. So that's all good. Alright, so that was how you can create a campaign inside of EvaDav, a push campaign. So very nice, they both have in-page push as classic push, and you can combine them inside of one campaign. So that is very nice. What I did not like about this platform is that we can do for the majority of the targeting, we can only include specific targeting and not exclude. all right, which may make it a lot more manual labor if we have to include everything else except one little part that we want to exclude. Apart from that, it's a very decent traffic source. We have quite a lot of traffic available, so it looks all good. Pretty nice platform. So that is going to be it for this review of EvaDav Push Traffic, but no worries, because as usual, there will be more to come. So I will just catch you next time, and until then, peace out.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.